Hello, this is Victor and here with a new unit in depth review. Now I'm going to review Arhiman, one of the most powerful sorcerers of the Chaos, dedicated to Thench. So let's make a look to the profile and yeah, let's discuss how we can use him on the battlefield and what are the strengths and the weaknesses of this character. So yeah, he's an infantry type and he's a character and he's a special character, so he's also an independent character, as we see on the rules. So he's costing 230 points, and he have weapon and ballistic skill 5, strength 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 3 attacks, leadership 10, and save 3 plus. So it's not an amazing profile, and it's just 1 point higher than ballistic skill and wounds, so it's a little bit better than a sorcerer, but it's a little bit worse than a Chaos Lord. So he is in between. If you take him, he is the Master of Rubikai, so Thousand Sun units are uh, troop choices instead of elites. What is can be interesting because you make them objective secure rule if you play um, the normal formation. So he's equipped with power armor, bolt pistol, frag, crack grenades, aura of dark glory that combined with the mark of Thench is giving him 4 plus invulnerable save. He has bolt pistol, so the pistol have AP3. He has Master of Deception as a warlord trait if he's your warlord, so meaning that you can infiltrate these three units from your army. Have the special rule champion of the chaos, so he always have to throw and accept challenges. He's fearless. He's independent character, as I said before. Mark of Stench, that is giving him the 4 plus invulnerable size combined with the aura of Dark Glory. His Psyker level Psyker Master level 4. So you cannot get this with any other character in the codex. So it's the one of the psychers with the highest level out there. He has Veterans of the Long War, so he have hatred against Chaos Space Marines and +1 to leadership that is already there, so you have leadership 10. As a psyker, he can choose from Biomancy, Pyromancy, Telepathy, Thench, and of course, Demonic. Uh, well, it's not stated here because it's an old codex, but in the rulebook they state that they can take demonic discipline. He has the Chaos Artifact, the Black Staff of Arhiman. The Black Staff of Arhiman have the profile below, that is what you see on the screen, +2 strength, AP4, melee and force, so it's a force weapon. And it allows to manifest up to 3 witch fire powers in the same shooting phase. What this rule is completely uh, outdated. So because now we have the secret phase. This is a codex from the 6th edition, so this rule, this chaos artifact is out. So this means that we are losing here some points because this was supposed that these points were included, and this is why it's costing 200. What's 40 points or 30 points? It's 230 points. Sorry. So yeah, we are losing there some points. Uh, if we look first to the disciplines, so first let's look to the rules because he is a chaos with the mark of Stench. Automatically, he has the basic or the how it's called the primary power from Stench. That is the Stench Firestorm. That is range 24, strength D6 +1, assault 1, blast inferno for each model. Remove caused D3 further hits at strength 3 AP slash nothing. So he has a very poor, it really is quite a poor shooting ability because strength D6 +1, the average is going to be that you have strength 4, sometimes you will be very strong with strength 7, and sometimes you are going to be very weak with strength 2. And it's just blast, so most of the time you will hit two, if you are lucky, three guys with strength 4 5. It's without AP, it's not really a strong power. Then he can choose from Biomancy. I don't see him to use Biomancy. I see Biomancy more for monstrous creatures. He can take Pyromancy. Pyromancy, if you can dedicate him just to shooting, is going to give a lot of shooting. And they can to come with the new rules, so he can have, if he is taking one of these disciplines, he will have the four powers plus the primaries power plus the primaries of Thane. So he can have up to six powers. Then he can have telepathy. Telepathy for me is the most interesting because have a good balance between attacking powers and how it's called this and buffers with have a good maledictions. You have some good buffers like invisibility, the good malediction like the how it's called the name, uh, like hallucination. Yeah, there is some that are very weak as powers like dominate, but most of them are quite good. Shrouding is quite interesting. Terrify can be a little bit as I would say, yeah. But I will say telepathy is very strong. And here is a choice. The other option is to split your powers, but then you will lose the primary's power. You can take, for example, two powers on telepathy and two powers on Zench, for example. Chains have some good shooting abilities in the Codex of Chaos Space Marines. So this is, I will see, let's put in a moment that we use telepathy, so he will have a good combination between buffers and shooting. So this guy don't want to be in close combat, first of all. He has not a good weapon. He has force, but with AP4 you don't have a good weapon. You only want to be in close combat with garbage units. You don't want to be in close combat with good units because they are going to kill you. You don't have a good defense neither. You have armor 3 and invulnerable 4 plus. So it's not awesome saves. And you don't have Eternal Warrior and you only have 3 wounds and toughness 4. So you are easy to kill. So take into account that this guy is costing 230 points and it's not that difficult to kill. Invulnerable 4 plus means that yeah, you can resist up to 6 wounds. This is what that means. And under saturating fire, he can die. So again, is another character that needs a unit to protect him. So he have to be inside of another unit. And he wants to keep the distance because where he is good is using buffers and using his powers to shoot and to kill on the distance and to buff other units. So the Psyker, he's very strong, but it's just this type of guy that wants to be is a HQ that wants to be in the distance, don't want to be in close combat, and you want to be the powers to buffer. So it's very important that we choose well the powers, and that is what this reason what I think that Biomancy is not really for this guy. Is not a character that you want to have in close combat. It's too much points and it's too risky. If you don't have the right power in one of the turns, you are screwed up. I don't think you can. I'm not fan of using demonic powers if you are not demon. So I don't like to use malefic powers from demonology if you are not demon. So this is just a personal choice, but I will not use. So from the list we have there, we know we have pyromancy. Pyromancy is everything about shooting. If you really want a shooting guy, well, there are some blessings, but most of the pyromancy is focused in trying to make damage to your enemy, and then they have some blessings to protect you. Uh, Pyromancy can be a good choice, but I don't think I prefer to use pyromancy on a cheaper psyker. Investing all these points just to have some shooting because most of the powers from pyromancy are strength 4 AP5. The basic is strength 5 AP4 is like a heavy flamer. Yeah, the ignore cover, so it's good against and here the good thing is that you can decide with powers. If you fight against, for example, Imperial Guard, you Pyromancy can make a very good work because you have a couple of powers that ignore cover, and then if you ignore cover against Imperial Guard is quite strong. And you also have the Mortal Beam that is a strength 8 AP1 Melta, so it's like having a Melta gun. So you can have him as a shooting. Of course, having a Psyker that can act as as having a Melta weapon, yeah, I don't know if you want that or you prefer to pay for a Melta gun in one of your squads. And then if we go to telepathy, telepathy have some interesting things like invisibility, like hallucination, like the psychic wreck. This psychic wreck works almost against any army. Invisibility is a very good buffer. So and then we have hallucination that is one of the strongest maledictions from my point of view. Yeah, of course. Then you have dominate that is very weak. You have mental fortitude that most of the times will be useless if you are playing Thousand Sons. Terrify is not bad, and Shrouding is quite a good one too as a defensive power. And the last option is to use a combination of Thench and telepathy, I will say. You cannot use only Thench. Well, you can use all the you can have all the powers from Thench, have the four powers, and then just roll one dice. I will say on telepathy, because it's the only one that you can have some buffers. And from Thench, I will say the primaries is quite bad. I don't like it. The second power or the first power, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's quite risky. So you take a friendly character and with at 2 inches from him, and you roll. You make a hit of a strength 4, AP nothing, and after that you roll on the chaos wound. So you can, if you are very lucky, you can make a demon prince. If you are unlucky, you can kill your character. Straightforward. Doombolt is quite good, especially against vehicles. You roll 2d6. For the range of no, sorry, it's for 2d6 for range of plus. It's strength 8, AP1. Yeah, this have no, sorry, it's not that good. I was mistaken. It's worse than the molten beam from pyromancy. And the breath of chaos is like a flamer that have a positioned 4 plus. So it really, I don't see Thench powers to be strong. Maybe the only one that can be fun is bonus mutation. So this is why I will say Arhiman have to go with telepathy, and it's a way to, and it's, I think it's too much to spend 230 points to have a telepathy psyker uh, to boost your army and to have some shooting. Of course, if you want to use the shooting, you have to be at least at 24 inches, and if you want to use the ball pistol, you have to be 12 inches, and you don't want to be that close with that psyker because he's not good in close combat. If you are 12 inches, you are under the risk of a charge. So yeah, I think I ramble a little bit here. Let me summarize what I'm meaning. It's a character that is average on characteristics. It's not strong. It's not amazing in weapon and ballistic skill. Uh, I know ballistic skill 5 you always hit on 2 plus, but they are much better there. Initiative 5 is not amazing. 3 attacks is not amazing neither. So it's quite an average character. The defense is not bad, but it's not amazing. So toughness 4 make him a little bit weak. Armor 3 and 4 plus in bonus save is quite decent. But he has some buffer things, like being Master of Deception, being Infiltrate is quite good. And yeah, and he is a supportive psyker. So you don't want him in close combat, and the best way to use it is, yeah, I think, from my point of view, telepathy or pyromancy. Pyromancy can be very strong if you fight against Imperial Guard. And yeah, and but if you fight against the Space Marines, it will take more telepathy. I think it is stronger in that case. And you can choose this once you know your enemy army. So this is the only good thing. In close combat, the artifact is yeah, is like a normal stuff because we have lost the special ability because we're in the 7th edition. So supporting characters too expensive. What I think for what he can deliver. Not a big fan, but it's a pity because it's one of the most important, or is one of the most interesting characters from my point of view in the fluff. So, and that's all. So please leave your comment below if you use Arhiman, and if you think I'm wrong, please let me know and leave your comment below. Very interested to know what you think about that. And for this, that's all. Thanks a lot for watching. Like if you like it, and see you again later. Bye.